In a tiny cabin, nestled deep within a sprawling, ancient forest, lived a lumberjack named Arthur. Now, Arthur wasn't your typical gruff lumberjack.
Sure, he was big and strong with a beard that could house a family of robins and hands.
Calloused from years of swinging his trusty axe, but his heart was as soft as the moss that carpeted the forest floor. He didn't just see trees. He saw families of birch, wise old oaks, and spry young pines. He knew the forest's secrets, the language of the rustling leaves, and the rhythm of the seasons. One morning, as golden sunlight streamed through the canopy, Arthur was making his rounds. He never chopped down a tree without a good reason, and he always planted 3 saplings for every one he felled. As he walked, he heard a faint, whimpering sound. Curious, he followed the noise until he found a tiny fawn, all alone, with its leg caught in a tangle of thorny vines. Its big, brown eyes were wide with fear, and it trembled at the sight of the giant man. Arthur's heart went out to the little creature. He knelt down slowly, his movements gentle and deliberate, speaking in a low, soothing voice. "Hey there, little one. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you." He carefully began to untangle the thorny mess. It was slow work, his big fingers painstakingly working through the sharp vines to avoid causing the fawn any more pain. After a few minutes, the fawn's leg was free. It was scraped and sore, but not broken. He expected the fawn to bolt, but it didn't. Instead, it just stood there, looking up at him with those trusting eyes. Arthur smiled. He scooped some cool water from a nearby stream into his cupped hands and offered it to the fawn, which eagerly lapped it up. For the rest of the day, the little fawn, who he decided to call Willow, followed him like a shadow as he worked,
Nuzzling against his leg every now and then.
That evening, as Arthur sat on his porch watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple, Willow lay curled up at his feet. Suddenly, a doe emerged from the edge of the woods, her eyes fixed on the cabin. She let out a soft call, and Willow's ears perked up. The fawn bounded over to its mother, and the two shared a happy reunion, nuzzling each other before disappearing back into the forest's embrace. Arthur watched them go, a warm feeling spreading through his chest. This was why he loved the forest. It wasn't just about the wood. It was about the life, the connections, and the quiet moments of kindness that made it a magical place. From that day on, every so often, he would spot the doe and her growing fawn at the edge of the clearing. A silent thank you shared between the gentle giant and the creatures of the woods. It was a simple, wholesome life, but for Arthur the lumberjack, it was the richest life he could ever imagine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time!